Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
It's time for another daily dose of Dismal Disney.
Potentially.
Because this is basically every day right now.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking about Disneyland and its reopening plans, and we've been talking about the financial pinch that Disney is in. That's putting it mildly. I mean, 28,000 people out of work, and I suspect after Q4, there are going to be more people out of work. And now there's some talk on blogs that don't even normally cover Disney.
Right.
About the possibility of Disney just getting rid of annual passes.
This isn't the first I've heard of this. Other people have been talking about this prior to this. It's this weird cinema blend is.
Yeah.
But I have heard people wondering about this, if they think they're going to get rid of annual passes, because Disney World and probably Disneyland, I don't know as much about it at Disneyland, but they had stopped selling annual passes. They have stopped selling them, letting people renew them. I guess if you canceled your annual pass, you're allowed to rebuy it if you want to.
Yeah.
But as far as other than that, I don't think you can get annual passes now.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And we thought at first it was because they're trying to control the number of people allowed into the parks. But this could be a business decision going forward because, with the annual passes, you're basically paying, I don't know what they range from now. We have the Platinum. It's like $1,100, I think, for the year. And that's unlimited access to the parks, park hoppers, all of that. Now, you break it down by the day. If you're there for more than a week, you've already paid for yourself. And then you're basically going for, quote unquote, free.
Yeah, not counting discounts you get, because they have like 40% off for annual pass holder discounts. And then they're having the 30% off of merchandise. I mean, we've been a couple trips we've already paid for.
Right. So if you go more than once a year to Disney, it does pay to buy the annual passes. Now, here's the thing. They're talking about whenever they reopen Disneyland, that they're probably going to limit it to locals only. Well, all the locals are just going to go buy an annual pass, and they're going to save a lot of money, and they'll just keep going again and again and again and not pay the $125 or $150 a day or whatever it is to get in now. Right. Unless you don't give them the option of doing so. And then they have to pay $125, $150 to go in. So
but even in Florida, though, the majority of people coming in, I think, are people with annual passes, because a lot of people the hotels aren't full because people aren't flying in. Now it's getting a little bit better in that area, but a lot of the people I think that are coming in are annual pass holders. That's why they keep opening availability to annual pass holders and cast members, even though they are blacked out, because they're trying to get people to get into the parks.
Yeah, and Universal's kind of doing the same thing too. But again, you get them into the parks, it's debatable how much money they're going to spend. Now, they do get discounts on merchandise and stuff like that. But, Disney, of course, Mickey's looking for that cheddar. He's going to want to get every penny out of the available people. So it might
Especially Disneyland.
Especially Disneyland. So it'll be like, okay, fine, we're not doing annual passes because every day you come into this park, we want your $125, $150. You're not just going to pay $800 and come as much as you want. No, we got to get the cheddar out of you.
Right. I'm wondering how this is going to apply to they used to have the dining plans. I don't believe that they're running those right now either. And I'm wondering how that's going to come back. Because if some people, say it's a great deal, other people don't. It depends if you eat a lot of table service. If you go to a lot of table service and you buy a table service dining plan and you buy the most expensive things, it might be a good deal. So they might cancel that or make changes to that moving forward. I don't know. They're going to make a lot of changes, I bet.
Well, Tables in Wonderland, I think they pulled the plug on it.
Did they? I don't even know. I didn't pay attention. That's my job.
So anyway, Tokyo Disney has announced that they're ending the annual pass program. So for now. Now you have to realize, and they do mention this, that Tokyo Disney is not owned or operated by the Walt Disney Company, so it's not a Disney policy, but we are seeing them kind of pull back on things very, very quickly. And again, if they're looking to get the most money out of the available pool of people, locals, it would make financial sense to say annual passes are done. Right.
And like I said, right now, I don't believe that they're selling annual passes. I believe that that's been on hiatus for a while now.
Yeah. So they also want people that are, I guess, what they say, more financially viable guests. They want, because the pass holders come in, they kick around, they might buy something to eat, might buy some souvenirs or whatever.
A lot of them bring food with them.
Yeah. because it's, within driving distance, but they're not staying at the hotels. I know when we went a couple of weeks ago, the Contemporary was pretty empty. I mean, when we were there, it wasn't, and a lot of the hotels aren't even open yet. Now the parks were packed, but I imagine a lot of the people in the parks were locals with annual passes.
Well, I think what they do is they wait and see how much they have for the park pass, and then if they need more people in the parks, they will open it up to cast members and annual passes more. So if they didn't have to do that, it would probably make it easier for the park pass availability. And we know that for sure is at least extended through in 2021, in the beginning of 2021. So.
Yeah, and they're already talking about how they said that some of the changes during the pandemic may wind up being permanent, including the reservation system. And
that's what I'm talking about, the park pass availability, yeah.
And people were really upset about that.
They were, and he said it, and people are upset about it. We still don't have park hopping.
No.
Where's the park hopping?
So we have the whatever they are, the platinum annual passes, or what we do. And for that, we're not supposed to have any blackout dates. We're supposed to be able to go as much as we want, and we're supposed to have park hopping. Well, already we don't get park hopping because they're not doing it. And already, even with the passes, we have to, make a reservation. So we're not getting what we paid for. We're getting a portion of what we paid for. And if they're not selling new passes, it's conceivable they could just be like, yeah, you got to buy daily tickets if you want to come.
Yep.
Of course, the ulterior motive is to get as much money out of each individual coming into the park.
Well, they always raise the prices every year, and I'm waiting for another big price hike on the tickets because they got to get every little last penny out of everyone to try to, because they're hurting so bad.
Yeah. So this is all speculation, but again, at this point, nothing is off the table because Disney is so desperate to maximize revenue.
Well, speaking of desperate, so what's going on now is a Disney California Adventure is going to be open. They already have the downtown Disney district for shopping. Well, now Disney has announced they're going to open Buena Vista Street in Disney California Adventure next month to extend the shopping. It's not going to be the attractions and rides will not be running. It's just the one street, and it's going to be stores and restaurants that are available there. I don't think you're going to pay to get in any more than you would with the Disney, Disney downtown Disney district. But they're opening that up to try to get more money, and they are bringing back some furloughed workers. It's not a lot, but they brought back 200 and some workers.
Yeah, so the rumor coming from WDW Pro is they're looking at doing the same thing on Main Street.
Right.
Basically, they're not going to open the theme park, and they can rope off the rides. They do that, rope drop. At least in Disney World, you go into the park now. Before everything's open, they just kind of rope off sections. So they could easily do it, and people can go in, they can still spend money at Starbucks or
right. Now, shop. I was hearing that they weren't going to do it this year, but then he has it that they might. And honestly, he would know before I would.
Yeah, so, it does seem like it's a little more complicated from what he's saying. But this is a way to maximize the revenue. Like, fine, we can't run rides, we can't open the theme park. This is just a quote-unquote shopping district with retail stores and restaurants.
Well, Universal Hollywood was going to do it, and so it was Knott's Berry Farm was doing something similar to this. And they said that this is allowed. It doesn't go against policy, so they're looking for any way they can until they can get this, try to get this reversed in California. But on a side note, real quick, before we, wrap up, I've mentioned many times, about the load of crap at Disney and how they word things and stuff. Well, first of all, Disney's new thing is they're going to add fresh pixie dust to the entrances. They're going to redo the entrances to make them match the castle.
I hate the castle paint job.
Because it sets the tone. But look at the way they word things, okay? This is what I'm talking about. Your first bit of magic is going underneath the gateways. And then they're talking about these refreshed gateways will continue to set the tone for all the stories you'll tell and the memories you'll cherish long after you visit. They're also part of the broad tapestry of new experiences where it goes into a commercial, like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in their commercial. This is how they write this shit. And it makes you want to puke. And then we keep telling you how they are about this and how it's like gag me over the top. The other thing we keep telling you is they're focus on Instagram. They're ridiculous focus on Instagram. So they put this story up that they're going to have Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew opening soon. It's like right outside the Orange Garage. We walked right by it when we came out. It's over by Splitsville on the west side of Disney Springs. Go down. Okay, the person who wrote this, it's up the other way. The person that wrote this is their social media person. And here's what they're saying. If you follow Disney Springs on social media, you probably saw we shared a sneak peek of a few of the delicious donuts that will soon be baking at Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew. I'm already planning my Instagram photos.
Oh my God. I have done so many of their media events, and this is how they are in these blog posts or how they are in real life.
Right. But they're right. I'm already planning my Instagram photos, like hashtag Instagram wall that you get instead of an actual experience. This is the kind of shit they keep pushing. And it's like, I got to tell you, as people who work, with bookings and stuff like that, people weren't booking from flipping Instagram.
No.
The bigger agencies were saying the same thing. We do it because we have to, but we don't get any bookings off of it. All it is like people will go and buy shit.
Yeah, pretty much. They're just trying to get you to go to Disney Springs for a donut, I guess. But
hashtag barf.
Hashtag barf. At least it wasn't TikTok. It was like, oh my God, we're gonna.
That's our new thing, TikTok. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna dress up like Winnie the Pooh and eat donuts on TikTok.
Oh, I tell you what, the Instagram things that drive me nuts are these women, and then some of the brands are doing it now, where they're wearing a purse or a skirt and they're spinning on the camera, and they're like, oh, look at me, I'm posing, and it's so fake, and just it doesn't make me want to buy the bag. It just makes me want to change the channel. Like it's just I can't stand to watch you because you're annoying. But that's some of these people are doing this now. These brands are focusing on this.
Well, we talked about this before. Disney, like what they do is they watch influencers and they basically they either try to buy them off, people that are successful, or they try to copy what they do.
But what's success? Let's be honest here. What is success for Instagram influencers? Because other than getting brand deals, what are you going to get out of it? You can't monetize it. A lot of it's so easily cheated, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, I've seen people that have these like incredible, really high numbers of subscribers, and then they get like very little interaction whatsoever on everything.
I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think it's all...
Right. So what good is it going to do? You're just wasting time and money.
Yeah, I don't know. Disney, for whatever reason, they're all in on Instagram, and
well, how are these influencers going to survive if they can't just go? They can't just buy an annual pass and go in every day when they want to take pictures of their damn selves sitting on the ground in front of the castle.
They won't. I mean, that's a short answer. There are Disneyland-focused YouTube channels that are dying on the vine right now.
Right, because they can't get in.
Because they can't go.
And when they do, they're going to have to, if they don't bring back passes, annual passes, they're going to have to pay every time they go.
Yeah.
And then it's not like you can recoup the cost, like, on a YouTube video or a blog post. You might have ads. You can recoup your cost. You don't get that on Instagram.
No, and even websites now, people have ad blockers. The ad spends are down. A lot of these websites are owned by travel agencies, and they make the money off of the bookings. Well, people aren't booking trips now because of the pandemic. I mean, I don't know. I think we actually could see the implosion of like the whole Disney influencer thing.
Well, thank goodness we're out of that.
Yeah, thank God we got pushed out of a burning building when we did. So we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We got about 2 weeks until Disney has their Q4 earnings.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun.
And that's when the cheddar is going to hit the fan.
That's right.
That is when I think...
That's when it goes shredded.
That's when Disney shreds the cheddar, when they cut the cheese. Disney is going to cut the cheese in November 12th or whenever their earnings call is. And unfortunately, I think it means that a lot of layoffs are coming and they're going to do some crazy, crazy stuff. It always happens.
Price hikes are coming, guaranteed, and that stuff.
The pretzels are going to go they went from like $5 to $7. Now the pretzels will be $19.95.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because they try to sneak little things in all the time. And I'll tell you one place, WDW News Today usually catches them.
Yeah.
I will give them that. They always catch them when they do this. They often are like, they raised it like 20 cents. And they always notice this stuff. Like I never would notice this stuff. They always catch it. But like you'll watch and this will go up 50 cents and this might go up $2 and this might go up 15 cents. And it's like little things here and there. Ears will suddenly go, they used to be like 22 or something like that. Now they're like $30. Now they'll probably go to $40 or something like that. Yeah. They're going to try to get you in that way because if they don't stop the annual pass, what they'll do is, because you already get a discount if you're a pass holder, they'll either get rid of the discount or they'll just raise the prices again so they're getting more money with the annual pass holder discounts.
Yeah, and they'll spin it like it's for your own good. Like this is a good thing. This is a magical change.
But meanwhile, while we can't get the people mover running and we can't get things up and we have to furlough cast members, at least they can spend a lot of money refurbishing those entryways that no one really gives a shit about.
Right.
Because it'll match the castle. I'm like, what is this? Your purse matches your shoes again?
The curtains matches.
I wasn't thinking that. No, that's not what I was saying. Purse matches your shoes. Stop.
Anyway, I want to talk about Mickey's curtains and carpet. Anyway,
but what did you? It's why?
I don't know
the carpet matches the drapes, by the way. But yes,
I say the curtains matches the drapes. Are both the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
There, that's the Disney way. The curtains from when you enter matches the drapes in the castle. There you go. There you go. That's the less pervy way of saying it.
We're gonna see. I wasn't pervy because I got it wrong. We're gonna wrap this one up.
Tent matters.
We're gonna wrap this one up.
Yeah, please do.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.